One.
Hey guys, this is a 26 DOS I did actually right after the 26 I did on As Arcane. Here the shaman was like, I'm not inviting mages. All the mages I played with are doing either no damage, either, focusing wrong relics or whatever. And I'm like, well, come on, just, you already have a warlock and a hunter, let's just try this. So the plan here was to kill Woe, and then go to Ardenweald, so Bloodlust the first pool. As you can see, what I did there is focused a bit the Woe relic, so I'm here to help guys. Even though Fire Mage can do a lot of damage, um, what I was here to do is, focus the relics, be sure that we get the right ones, do damage where we're lacking a bit as when I'm playing Arcane. Fire is good for that, since Combust is also a cooldown. You can choose when to press it, even though most of the time you're just you're on Combust anyways. I was bragging about not playing Arcane throughout this whole run, but I wanted to test out Fire a bit. I'm not sure if my rotations were correct there, but sometimes I would combust in single targets, so used Pyroblasts instead of Flame Strikes, just to be sure that we kill the right relic. I don't know if that was the right choice, but at least, I tried to do it, so our team, this time's the key. As you can see, my combust is coming back up, and I was shifting power to get it and to get my full charges. I don't know if that was the right choice. I should have maybe just waited a few seconds, but as you can see, at least I'm doing some damage. This was actually really enjoyable because this tank was playing super nice. As you can see, when I have my Sun King's Blessing proc, I used my Rune of Power before, so I'm trying to hold my Rune of Power for it. Yeah, so look at the Fire Mage doing as much damage as the Warlock and the Hunter in AoE. That felt really nice, to be honest. It's not gonna happen every pack, but even if it happens in one pack, then it's fine. I'm happy enough. Most mages or most players that played anything else before swapped, so I'm happy to still try to play mage. I had to use my Sun King's Blessing proc here with a Flame Strike. And yeah, just trying to use my procs during the small combustion window that I have. I was hesitant here to use Shifting Power and just combust because I thought like maybe earn pull after, but since the tank just pulled these extra adds, I just did it. And I'm just trying to use Fire Blast and Flame Phoenixes to be sure that I do as many spells as I can in combust. That's what I think you should look for when you play fire. Try to spend as many hot streaks, of course, obviously. Not only for your legendary, but because that's what does damage. I had to consume my Sun King's Blessing proc here, and I was the one who was going to click because I told the Warlock, hey, I don't have combust, you just start ramping up your damage and then I'll click, and that would be perfect for him. As you can see, he's pumping right here, and it's actually great to have a second Night Fae for Warlocks because they do the most damage, so if they can just do damage and not click the urn, it's great. Also, I've seen some Warlocks play Kyrian in this key. Because apparently it's better in AoE, and if you have a second Night Fae, then you can just do that. As you can see here, we pulled like such a big pack, so we're just, always using almost combust on cooldown, I would say, because you get it back so often, and this tank, look at the way he's tanking it. It's like he's staying in my flame patches all the time. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Just using Scorches on targets that have less than 30% HP, That was a bit unfortunate because I wanted to stay in my in the Nightway thing on the ground to get the extra haste and damage. But I did it when the tank was running away, so you know I didn't actually get it. Maybe I should have combusted here. It didn't feel like it because all the ads had low HP. So I just used my Sun King's Blessing proc and I waited to have combust for next pool. Also, we didn't have a priest healer here, so we had to be careful of the stacks of bursting, since we had no master spell, but the shaman was pumping the healing out of this key, to be honest. At this point, he kind of trolled on the boss though, you're gonna see on this boss. But that's okay, we still time this key to a lot of, I think 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So right now, you know, as you can see, I'm still focusing in single target, doing a Flame Phoenix to be sure that my dot is spread, using Dragon's Breath to be sure that the hatchling doesn't, you know, cast his cast, and I think right now he's dead. Using Rune of Power, trying to proc my Sun King's Blessing, trying to keep up Control Destruction as well, which is the conduit that makes you gain more damage for 5 seconds after using Fire Blast in Combust. So you want to try to keep it up. It can stack up to 2 times, so you don't want to, you know, make it go away. You're gonna see it's the big aura in the middle of my screen there, right before the spells that I have cast. So right now in this pool, I think I just combusted it because it's like a pretty big pool, and not combusting this is, in my opinion, a waste. It's not as when I play Arcane and I really want my big CDs on pool. Like, it doesn't really matter as fire. My CDs are always here. Yeah. As you can see, I combust, I use all of the charges that I have, and then I use Shifting Power to get all of my charges back again, Rune of Power, and then use my Sun King's Blessing with Flame Strike, and that's how I get a hugely big combust. As you can see, I'm doing the same damage as the Warlock and the Hunter in this pool. Overall, so I'm still really below, but I mean, I'm not that pro of a Fire Mage, not gonna lie. I was making sure that I played the right conduit there. I thought maybe I was playing the single target one, which is extra damage on Pyroblast, but on Fortified, and especially in keys, you want to usually play the one with extra damage on Flame Strike. So as you can see, I don't have my combust back up right now, but it's not such big of a deal. I can just focus for a bit. I'm using Scorch whenever I have to move, and that's amazing as fire, that the movement is like, you can move a lot when you play fire, even if you have to stay in your combust. I don't know why I'm not combusting here. Oh, I was waiting for my Sun King's Blessing proc, so I can start with a big combust, I think. As you can see, when I finish my charges here, it's about the same time that I get my Sun King's Blessing proc. So I'm gonna get it right now, just finishing this, using Shifting Power to be sure that I have all my stacks for when I consume this. I tried to stay in my Nightway haste and damage buff, and I did. With my Fire Blast come up so fast, so I'm just spamming them, to be honest. And as you can see, my combust is almost already coming back up.
Now, where to put you?
We had, you know, 3 ranged here, so we had to be smart with the debuff. I don't know if you saw there that the Shaman came into melee and stole my teleport. So I had to block there to be sure. I'm so happy actually that I blocked and that I had the reflex to think, oh, this Shaman is gonna steal my thing. So I was ready to do it. If not, I would have just been surprised and I died. Always be sure in pug groups that, you know, people in your group don't totally troll your plans. So I have a proc of Sun King's Blessing right now, so I'm just using it. boss is almost under 30% HP, so soon I'm gonna start doing Scorches instead of Fire Blasts. Sorry, instead of
Care to give this one a try?
I even forgot the name, I'm gonna say it later. But anyways, the boss is under 30% now, so I'm just doing Scorches. I'm doing a Pyre Blast to activate my Sun King's Blessing Legendary. I'm trying to not use my stacks too much just because I have Combust up. And I wanna use them with Combust, so I can have as many charges as possible on Combust. I have a Sun King's Blessing ready, so I'm just, you know, proccing it to extend my Combust duration. You just have to really press your buttons as fast as you can. Like, that's the thing as Mage, as Fire. You have to press it, like instantly when you get the hot streak. You want to consume it. You don't want to waste the hot streak, and you also don't want to, or at least try not to press the hot streak before you actually get it, because Pyre Blast has a travel time, you know. So you accidentally start casting another Pyre Blast before consuming the free one. That's why some people like to jump during combustion. I like to walk left and right so that I can't press, you know, combust. The Warlock here, Ninja Pool, the Hatchlings, but happily the tank saw it. Using Combust here, using DB to be sure they don't cast, and well, you know, it's perfect since they just died. Using Shifting Power in melee because, well, actually Shifting Power does a lot of damage. I'm trying to focus Woe here so I can do my Scorches on him to be sure that I crit, so I can get hot streaks and, you know, proc my legendary. As you can see, most targets right now are under 30%, so that's great. I'm still trying to find the highest one. This tank is face tanking them so nicely. It was perfect for both me and the Warlock there. That was really enjoyable, to be honest. The Shaman was really happy there that we didn't, you know, let the Hatchlings pull anything extra, and that's really understandable. And here, you know, we took Woe to walk faster to this pack, and the plan was to not earn on this pool, I think, or maybe earn, I'm not sure. But I didn't earn anyways, neither did the Warlock, so we just didn't play this with earn, and we didn't play the, the Mask with earn either. I almost had Combust. I tried to focus the Relic a bit. Since Combust just came up, I saw that the buff was there, and I just spell steal it. You can spell steal this buff, and this is huge for Fire. Like, look how fast I can just cast my spells. I can actually, like, I can cast them much faster than my brain can handle. Like, right now I should do maybe another rotation, but I'm not used to playing Fire, so I was kind of doing random things, to be honest. As you can see, I'm still doing damage, even though it looked like I AFK'd for a while there. But like dodging all of these things, kicking the right target and spell stealing the right target at the right time, and synchronizing it with your rotation, and learning how to do your rotation twice as fast than you're used to, is quite hard. But guys, try to do it. It's worth it if you manage to do so. As you can see, my Combust is already back up. Even Shifting Power is back up for the Mask pool.
Shockwave.
The Mask is so far. We're not gonna wait for it to walk until here, like we did on that key when I was Arcane. I'm not Arcane here, but you know, Fire single target is not that bad, so. Just tried to proc my Sun King's Blessing here just so my Combust would last longer, because this Mask is super scary to deal with. Also, I have DB here. I don't know why I didn't DB. I think I should have. I used Alter Time there, I think, in the link, healing everybody with Alter once it was over. Pressing first my Rune of Power before proccing my Sun King's Blessing, of course. blocking this one just to be sure that I don't die. There's not gonna be a third one, but you know, I don't want to risk dying. I have a Sun King's Blessing proc that I should try to proc soon. And the plan was to go to woe and then go to boss. We split these. Not sure why. Oh, actually, we didn't split them. We played them together. Yeah, I tried to be sure that we kill the right one. I'm not even doing damage here. I just want to make sure that we kill woe because it's really important. Basically, our last is coming up in 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And we want last for well, basically the dog pack after boss. We're too fast to have last when we go now, so we're gonna take woe to boss and take woe to boss, and then bloodlust the dog pack after we kill the boss. I kicked woe there. I'm happy I didn't miss my kick, but sadly it feels like woe is dying already. Don't remember if we had to use any kind of pause here. Just doing fireballs, you know, to try to reduce my cooldown. I'm just trying to get a proc here of hot streak so I can start casting power blast and get my Sun King's Blessing as well. So, you know, I started with a 21-second combust, and I'm trying to finish this as fast as I can, so that you know, we can use woe to go. We have 25 seconds here left.
Just be trolls who be coming to ask for old boy and Sam Diesel. All kinds of making deals with the lower adept.
I should have maybe used my Nightway here. We have 11 seconds left. This is enough, but we have to click the thing and be sure that we don't die. The Shaman died there, he jumped too far, but we can just summon him. Look how close this was, damn. But we managed to get it. I also managed to not die there. Well, the tank died, but it's alright since the three of us are here and we can summon with the Warlock. Warlocks are incredibly OP this patch. Oh my god, not only the damage, but like summoning mid key is actually so useful sometimes when we can't res or something. As you can see, my combust is soon coming up. So basically on this boss, the only scary thing I would say that there is on the first part, because we kill the relic and then kind of lines up weirdly with the lasers. So what I did here is just I combusted to be honest. So I use my run of power here. I don't know why, to be honest. I'm too used to playing arcane. I think I should have held, but you guys can see it's dead, and now I'm just combusting with even potion, everything up, just to be sure that it's as fast as possible, because it's not tyrannical, but I've seen us wipe, or just I've seen groups wipe in this thing for absolutely no reason. Using shifting power here to reduce my cooldowns, and using flame strike to proc Sun King's Blessing because I didn't have time to cast a pyro blast. I almost died here, but the shaman realized, so he healed me, and as you can see, my combust is back up almost for the next boss.
Watch what you're doing, Maleficent, and don't get in my way, Millhouse.
Yeah, I just tried to proc my Sun King's Blessing before combusting, so I would have a long combust. I was trying again to get Sun King's Blessing before I would use shifting power, so I can use shifting power and the bonus from the shifting power with the Sun King's Blessing proc. You can't block this or invis, by the way, because if you do so, it doesn't stun anymore. So you have to take the damage, or you can block maybe after you get the first stick, but if you block before the stun, it won't stun anymore. I just blocked theirs so I wouldn't, you know, take any more damage. And as you can see, I have a Sun King's Blessing proc ready right now. He asked if he wants to save Link because we are playing the dog pack next, and in my opinion this is the most dangerous pack of all the other side, especially, I mean, just in Fortified. It's the reason I wiped most of the other side keys. I even begged them to just split, like, we have so much time right now, there's absolutely no point in, you know, risking. But we just played together and it actually went really fine. I think we try not to kill this boss, I'm not sure. I mean, so we're sure that we're gonna get the stun on the next thing. But it still died. As you can see, it died because of the stun. And we have to kill this in, what is it? I can see the timer for some reason, but we have to kill this boss before it does the destruction thing, because if not we'll die. I'm using my combust. I don't care if I don't have it for the dog pack. I have to try to not die here, since I was going to ask them to split it anyways. Using my Sun King's Blessing proc, and as you can see the boss is dying, I mean doing the thing now. Using Malter time here in the Link. Link is over. Repressing Malter time. The healer is literally using the biggest cooldowns of his entire life, and we managed to kill it without dying. This was impressive.
For a while at least. Oh, sweetie, you do care. Mwah!
True love. Now ain't that sweet?
Thunder said, you know, as you can see, he says he has big juice. I was really afraid we were going to we are just going to die here. I tried to get those explosives and not die on this. I think the Warlock maybe died here, I'm not sure. No, he didn't. But anyways, we got here. I bloodlusted. I didn't have combust, but I think I will get it with this shifting power. Yeah, I did. Trying my best here. I think I'm gonna get stunned as well. No, the Warlock did, and sadly I couldn't stay in my Night Fae bonus thing. I just came back to it afterwards. I have a Sun King's Blessing proc as well, so I'm just pressing it right now. Oh really, he fainted that, so I had the stun, but I'm the lowest DPS, so I don't really mind the fact that I got it. This looks like, you know, we're killing, so I'm actually super happy. Like, this was super clean. This was a great group right now. When I'm watching the replay, I'm like, it's impressive. I've seen much worse groups. Oh my god, I was ready to blink there, and luckily I waited. So yeah, right now we have 19 minutes to play, like not that much, so it's actually really nice. We are really good on time. We are going to play the mask right now, and they want us to link first and stun the second.
That was long ago, but me remember how the trolls be turning away from you.
So he wanted me to open second, and he wanted us, the shaman wanted us to... I just used that so I could combust faster because I had to open on the second, so I had to CD on the first. Used altar here. Oof, I proc there because I stood in the explosion of a mask. Cauterize is really nice, oh my god. Using my Sun King's Blessing proc here, and I'm gonna have to open soon, I think. Not right now, I think I cancelled it. Yeah, I cancelled it, if not I would have died. And look at how close I am to that mask exploding. But I opened it with a really nice timer, and you know, that made us kill this with ease. But I don't have any more damage here, and it's going to cast the third time. So the shaman is going to Spirit Link. And here it's the DK that has to heal us. That's one of the greatest combo I've ever seen in WoW, is SLT plus DK healing the whole group, because he can just spam heal himself and bring us up to, you know, bring our health higher. As you can see, I almost have combust. I think I'm gonna try to save it for when, you know, the Death Speaker does the buff. Trying to spell steal the buff. I got it, and now I have combust. For some reason I didn't press it before. I'm just using Fire Blast because I had so much haste. Somebody kicked my buff there, so I didn't have it anymore, but it's fine because I still had fun, to be honest. Enough. As you can see, the packs are dying really fast even though it's fortified, because this hunter and this warlock are doing a lot of damage. We have, what, 17 minutes to play just the Hakar Wing and Hakar and last boss. So it's actually super nice. Fire is very different to play. I'm super sad that I have to play Fire and Arcane sometimes, but as you can see, my performance is not that higher. I just have more AoE and less single target. Even though my single target is still, you know, pretty good. Just combusted there so that the ads would die, and now I have a Sun King's Blessing proc, so I'm just using it on the priest. I'm having it with Ur as well, but apparently we're pulling bigger. As you can see, Ur is reducing greatly the cooldown of my combustion right now, so that's great. I also have a Sun King's Blessing proc, which is great because I can just link up my two combustions together. The Sun King's Blessing, I mean, with combust. Using shifting power to get my stacks of Fire Blast and Phoenix Flames. Using enough power because the other one faded away. Doing some DBs to cancel, you know, the Death Walkers. Kick the Hexer because I was the only kick available. As you can see, I'm actually first DPS here. Wow, what the fuck? That was nice to see myself on the top of the meter sometimes, like on a big pool like this, really long pool. When I play Arcane, you know, like, it is very bursty basically, so if there's a pool that lasts a long time, well, I won't have a lot of damage, just because all my damage comes from my CD windows. He has Mass first, and I have Dragon's Breath for second. I also have Combust right now, so you know they're almost dying. I told them to trust me. I used DB super late. I think they didn't have the choice actually to trust me or not. I had to open, actually. I didn't use my Sun King's Blessing proc, but it was for the good of the group, to be sure that I click on time, and I'll just let the Hunter and the Warlock blast this. So I'm just using my Rune of Power and just spamming Flame Strikes basically when I'm out of combust and I fucked up my CDs. I couldn't move there, so you know I get hit by that. That was a bit of a shame, but I had no choice, to be honest. Last is coming up in 3 minutes 30, so I'm thinking, are we maybe gonna get it for Hakar, or do we want to use it for last boss? But I think we use it on Hakar if I remember well from this run. I'm using my shifting power here just to get some stacks and maybe get my combust back up and maybe use it. But actually, as you can see, I didn't get it in time. I just got it now, and combusting now I think would have been a waste. So what I'm doing here is I'm proccing Sun King's Blessing, and I'm trying to get Sun King's Blessing ready again for Hakar pull. Because if I engage with the Sun King's Blessing proc, it's actually like so good, you're gonna see. I think this is what I managed to do maybe. Oh no, almost. Ah yeah, because Hexer is dying too fast. Yeah, so as you can see, if I would have consumed 2 more hot streaks, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna consume my 2 hot streaks on the Ur relic to be sure that we get Ur. And yeah, you know, as you can see, the shaman doesn't have much mana, so we really want to get here. As you can see, I focused it a bit.
Spread.
So consuming Sun King's Blessing together with Combust, I don't have many stacks here, but I think I have enough. I didn't continue my control destruction there. I fucked up my rotation. Sun King's Blessing again, so further extending the cooldown of my combustion while getting the air buff, and just spamming Fire Blasts and Pyroblasts. Sun King's Blessing proc again. I'm always on combust basically. As you can see, I'm not really focusing the ads right now because there are really not that many, and the Hunter and the Warlock had enough damage to just focus them by themselves. Sun King's Blessing proc again. In a single target, I have to agree that this is actually pretty fun to play. I've been trying, to consume as many hot streaks here as I could. That's why I didn't use my shifting power, because I only had combust for 6 seconds. And now if I have one more proc, I will have combust again. And I think I should try to AoE combust this time, because there are Sons of Hakar. I had to move there. I could have blinked, but honestly I forgot. I didn't think about it. We had less than 40 seconds, and the boss won't die by then, so that's actually really nice. I'm trying to help on the ads here, because this is the part of Hakar where it starts to get a bit hectic. As you can see, combusting them is great damage, and that's actually great for the team. As you can see, a lot of my damage, I'm doing not much. I'm doing 13k. I think I did around 18k as Arcane last time on this boss, but I'm doing a lot of damage to the ads if I want to. Bloodless is back up, so I do it, I press it. Boss is under 30%, so I can do my hot streaks very often and then get Sun King's Blessing procs again. I'm not gonna combust again in 30 seconds. Why? When my combust is gonna come back up, because I really want combust on pull for this boss. We have a lot of time to do it here. To be honest, this was an amazing group. But I wanted to be sure that we maximize the damage. On this next boss, I would argue that Firestarter is better than the talent I'm playing, which I forgot what its name is, but it's the one that makes Scorch crit when the target has under 30%. Well, Firestarter is the one that makes your Fireball crit, and that's great for the first part of the fight. But I thought I don't need to go outside and go back in. Maybe since we have air, anyways, the cooldown of my combustion is going to come back for the face, but I'm not going to use it because I only want to use a proc. We're going to two-face this, so I'm going with Hunter. So what I'm doing is I'm just combusting the the relic for now at least, because I want to be sure that we get and I want to be sure that we kill it, to be honest, so I'm just combusting it.
Come on now, heroes. Bring the mojo back and help me put this all lower.
As you can see, I have Sun King's Blessing proc ready, so I'm using it. I'm gonna get another one for the mask when I go with the Hunter.
Run out.
Air is under 30%, so I'm doing Scorches on him to be sure that I get hot streaks, and right now Air is active.
Run out.
And I'm trying to not consume, not get a Sun King's Blessing proc. I want to have it ready for the mask. So as you can see right now, he says he has all, but to be honest, look at this. So I'm just holding this a bit. I'm going into the portal. I used it here, so I consumed it there. And right now I'm just going to use Rune of Power with the Sun King's Blessing proc. As you can see, this will die so fast, like it's so easy. Using only one Phoenix Flame, not the other one, so I can have Combust with Potion and with the haste buff afterwards. I didn't use much here because Hunter told me he has enough, and well, yeah, apparently he's
You
killing
never
it. This
care
was
about your
not that
people.
hard.
Only power.
I'm holding, as you can see, this proc because I have 7 hot streaks, so I'm consuming it right now. And now I can just, with the haste buff, consume my Pyroblast and get the Sun King's Blessing. Sadly, the travel time for my spells here are really long, so you know, I cannot spam them as fast as I would love to.
Run out.
I think I should have done my shifting power here before
Which way?
consuming the proc, just because right now I don't have many procs that I can use. But I think it's still okay. I'm trying to get another Sun King's Blessing proc before, there you go, before using my shifting power, and I'm using it now, so I can, you know, use it again. And as you can see, the boss has 6%. Basically, each of the totems brings the boss down by 20%. So you have to bring the boss from 20% to 10%. So you're just looking at the decimals of the percentage of the boss. Right now it's 55%, which means we did 50% of the damage we have to do to the boss, because we're only removing 10% of the damage from all of his things. As you can see, Destroy Reality is coming in 8 seconds, so I'm not consuming my proc right now. I'm really glad I paid attention to how I use this here. I'm holding it again to, you know, for this part, basically. I did have my Rune of Power here though, so I didn't have that much damage, and to be honest I was a bit scared. I didn't know if the Hunter was gonna do a bit more damage or the same, or if I had to do more this time. I had to do my Rune of Power. I tried, sorry, to do my Rune of Power there, just to risk, you know, getting more damage, even though I only had such little time left of my combust. But we killed it, and the other group killed it as well. We have 5 minutes left to just finish this boss. This is amazing. I have the same situation as before. I'm going to consume my hot streak right now, and Sun King's Blessing is ready, so I'm just gonna... I don't know why I did that. I should have just pressed and consumed my hot streak first, but I combusted for some reason before. That was not too big of a loss, but it's the cast time of the Fire Blast time loss. As you can see, I'm using shifting power here, using Rune of Power, and then trying to activate, you know, my legendary. Sadly, my Rune of Power is so far from me, but I'm trying to get back next to it right now. And the boss, well, right now he's under 30% HP because he's at 12, so just doing scorches instead of fireballs. As you can see, I have a Sun King's Blessing proc again, so I should do a Pyroblast.
Run out. Watch way.
Your life be mine.
And we time this to 4 minutes left. I hope you guys enjoyed this run. You know, it wasn't the cleanest one, but I mean it was pretty good compared to the other one we did. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and see ya on the next one.